This video session is for EC71 Wireless and Mobile Communication Laboratory for 7 Cell ECE department. This is your list of experiments, and this video lecture is particularly to give you an introduction about the Dual SIM Mobile Phone Trainer Kit signed Techbook 2132. Using this trainer kit, we will be executing the experiments 9, 10 and 11. The features of this particular textbook is it has a real-time mobile operating unit so that we can understand the signal transmission and reception and other voltage and other kind of readings we can obtain when the mobile is in different modes of operation. And it operates on a dual band frequency network. It is a GSM mobile phone. GSM means Global System for Mobile Communication, and it operates in two frequency bands. One is 900 MHz and another one is 1800 MHz. And it has a color TFT display. The TFT display is a variety of LCD display. TFT means thin film transistor technology. And with this kit, we will be able to understand the dual SIM mobile phone working operation by making calls to the mobile phone and by receiving calls from the mobile phone. And this trainer kit is segregated into some units, like it has a dedicated power management unit. It has a microprocessor unit, that is your central processing unit. It have a trans receiver unit, and it has a user interface unit. By seeing the kit, we can understand the different sections of operations with the different output, what we infer from the trainer kit. And transmitter and receiver frequency measurements and bandwidth verifications are performed with the help of a spectrum analyzer connected with the mobile trainer kit. And since it is a GSM standard mobile phone, it comes under 2G technology and it makes use of GMSK signal transmission. MSK means minimum shift keying. It is a variety of frequency shift keying technique, and the Gaussian minimum shift keying technique is used in the real-time application. So we are going to explain about this with the help of this kit. And detailed study of user interface control signal is available. Detailed study of dual SIM operation is also available with this trainer kit. And battery identification and charging system can be identified, and switching function for this particular mobile trainer kit can be understood. So these are the salient features what we are going to study with the help of this textbook. And this is the diagram of your textbook, and the upper diagram shows, these diagrams are available in the trainer kit as it is, and you can see here this is the transmitter section and this is the receiver section. And since it is a dual SIM phone, you can see the dual SIM slot is available, processing unit is available, and user interface unit is available. This is a block explanation, and here we have the real part of your mobile phone, and these parts are explained with the help of the labeling system. And here what is explained is your user interface unit. We know the user interface means input and output to the mobile phone. So we have a buzzer unit, a speaker unit, a mic, a speaker, as well as LED displays and keypad displays. So all these things helps us in providing input to the mobile phone and by observing output of the mobile phone. Here comes the technical specification. This is a cellular system which works on eGSM. GSM means, as I said earlier, it is Global System for Mobile Communication, and eGSM means Extended Global System for Mobile Communication. There are three varieties of GSM standard: primary GSM, PGSM. It is defined as pre-GSM, and we have extended GSM, and then we have RGSM, which is used by railways. And this GSM mobile phone is used in two different frequency bands, and one is 900 MHz and another one is 1800 MHz. And here you can see the transmitting and receiving bandwidth, and out of which we can understand that it has a lower sideband and upper sideband, and we can estimate the bandwidth by subtracting upper sideband from the lower sideband. In case of the first frequency band, 960 minus 935 will give you the operating bandwidth of the system. Similarly, all the bands are explained here, and we have an output power of 3.2 milliwatt watts to 2 watts, and the corresponding dBm, decibels in milliwatt, is explained here, and the channel spacing. So as I said earlier, there are two dual SIM operated in a single mobile phone, and there must be a guard band between the two channels, and this guard band is provided with the 200 kilohertz spacing. And the display is used by an LCD display which is having 256 colors, 256,000 colors, and it is pixel resolution is 128 cross 168, and it is a 2-inch display. The size of this display is 2-inch, and you can see that it is making use of a thin film transistor LCD display unit for the display of messages and other notifications. And SIM support, we can see, we have already explained, it is a smart dual SIM mobile phone. So we have a SIM supporting for both the mobile unit, and it is powered by a battery unit which is a lithium ion battery of specification 1000 milliamps per hour. And the central processing unit is having a clock frequency of 208 megahertz. So when you convert this into time, we know the relation frequency is related to 1 by time period. So the time period can be obtained from this clock frequency, and that particular time is the time taken by processor to execute and complete each and every operation. And for sound, providing sound and communication, we make use of smart speakers and earphones with 3.5 mm jack, and we have a special microphone for picking up our voice signal. And onboard section, we have a keypad session to feed our input, dual SIM slot session, charging unit, user interface unit is comprised of buzzer, vibrator, microphone, and speakers. This mobile phone can be operated in hand-free mode also. Hand-free mode means we can activate our loudspeaker mode, and so that we can be able to access the mobile phone without touching the mobile phone. And we have a display LED. So the display LED means whenever we press a keypad, we can see that it will be glowing, that which means that it shows the indication that the key is pressed. So those kind of display LEDs are available. The test point is the main part of the trainer kit. It has 58 test points, which means it allows us to measure the data in 58 different points. And in the consecutive slides, I will be explaining what are those test points. And we have a 35 switched fault unit which configure our mobile trainer kit to transmit and receive signals in dual SIM operation. And then we have a screensaver mode features that can be set using the mobile phone, as we can set screensavers, we can set ringtones, and we can have logos, and we can send SMS, and we can receive SMS as we do in our normal mobile phone. And then we have a power unit, and the total power consumption by our mobile trainer kit is 3.6 volt amp approximately, and the direct supply we use is 230 volt AC 50 hertz, and the fuse, we all know fuse is a protection unit, and it is given as 1 amp protection. Fuse is used to protect from over voltage and over current flow to the mobile trainer kit, and the weight and dimension are given here with the dimension as well as height of the trainer kit is provided here. And the trainer kit weighs some 2.5 kg, and it operates at room temperature, so that we have specified this 40 degrees Celsius. And then now we are going to briefly explain what is GSM frequency spectrum. And here you can see, as I said earlier, there are 3 different frequency spectrums at 900, and we have 1800 GSM spectrum and 1900 GSM spectrum, out of which in our kit we are using eGSM of 900 and GSM of 1800. And here we have shown the frequency response of GMSK. GMSK means Gaussian minimum shift keying. When I say minimum shift keying, the process involved in it, the frequency of the transmitting data is converted into two frequencies, that is odd component and even component. And odd component is assigned, the data is assigned of odd component is assigned with different frequency, and even component is assigned with different frequency. And when we combine these even frequency and odd frequency component, we get MSK. This MSK is represented in blue color. The pink color and green color shows me the Gaussian minimum shift keying with the weighted time duration of 0.3 and 0.5. You can see that the time duration of 0.3 is dropping the spectral density uh, drastically rather than 0.5. So this is a frequency response, and you can see here the time response. As we see, 0.3 is dropping in amplitude when compared with 0.5. So we choose obviously 0.5 system. And this is the constellance diagram of GMSK modulation. You can see here this is the data to be transmitted and it is line coded, and we use an integrator to separate that n samples per signal, and then we have a Gaussian filter, and we have a differential phase encoder. For even I have another frequency, for odd I have another frequency, and it is more technically said that it is in phase component and quadrature phase components are considered. And finally, this is our 58 test points from which we can observe the signal. And this RF, I said no, this model is composed of different sessions. The first session is RF session, which is transceiver session. And the second session is your LCD, this is display session. And third session is your battery voltage. And fourth session is your keypad session. And fifth session is your dual SIM session, that is SIM1 and SIM2 interface. And sixth session is your user interface unit, and seventh is your microcontroller unit, and eighth is your power management unit. And here we have the numbers in the consecutive experiment descriptions. You can see that what are the test units are used for the particular experiment. For example, in our ninth experiment, we examine only the trans reception of your mobile phone. So we will be making use of your RF session only. And in your 10th experiment, we will be seeing about your user interface unit. So we will be measuring the signals, and we will be using our DSO and multimeter to read the value from user interface unit from 37 to 44. And then finally, in your 11th experiment, we will be seeing your modes of operation. For that, we will be using your LCD display, battery voltage, and keypad session along with signal interface unit. So this is how we are going to do our all experiments for 9, 10, and 11. And this is a small introduction about your mobile trainer kit. I hope you can understand this particular introduction